So here we are again with ALGORAND in the news with new partnerships and great new things happening. Man, like, could they get any better? I mean, yes, I need the price to go up, but with what they're doing, they are killing it right now. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. I realized in my analytics that like 90% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed, so please subscribe. Help me out. Help me be able to continue to make these videos. I'm just out here trying to spread the word on crypto so that nobody gets left behind. I want us all to win in the end. So let's take a look at ALGORAND today. We're sitting at $1.02. It amazes me with all this news that they have that they're so stagnant in their price. And it could just be because we need time for them to catch up. I mentioned before about the tokenomics issue that I had with them, and someone told me to look into what they're doing in Q3, which I have not looked into yet. But all of this news was coming up, and so I was like, you know what? Let's take a look at what they're doing. And I just recently watched a video that was an interview on the Paul Barron YouTube channel with the COO of ALGORAND. And the way that he explained things helped me to understand it a little bit more. So the first thing about ALGORAND, their layer 1 platform, they built things into it, integrated core functionalities into it, like creating assets, smart contracts, and swapping capabilities. For them to be able to limit developer risk, you know, there's so much technology and not enough developers right now. And for them to be able to create something that's kind of like a template, in a sense, is what it sounded like to me. Like when you need to build a website. God, the reflection on these things is horrible. So like when you need to build a website and you go to web.com and build one there, and they have a template and it's already all set up and you just kind of fill in the blanks. I mean, it's probably not that easy on the ALGORAND blockchain, but they do make it sound like they're trying to make it easier and more accessible to more programmers. So that's great. And then they want to be on the forefront of tokenizing things, which everything is going to be tokenized. And we've talked about this before if you've watched any of my other videos. So them being on the forefront of wanting to tokenize things is huge, because that's the next step in the technology, is growing it with everything else. If you're starting a business right now, you need to be looking at how you can leverage blockchain. That's how big this is getting and going to get. So they have the templates, in a sense. You know, it's not as easy as I'm making it sound, but they have, you know, their layer 1 core functionalities that are already built in, and you get to kind of say, okay, well, this is the route I'm going, so this is the part of it that I'll use, and that's great. So he was explaining in this video about banks and transactions and transfers and the Swift money network, in a sense, and how quickly you can get things done on the ALGORAND network, and that they're done with 4-second finality. So if I wanted to send you $100, it doesn't matter where you are, it's going to cost me pennies, and you'll get it in 4 seconds, and then it's final. Whereas if I was to wire it to you, all you see is you getting it and I see me sending it, but it's me and you and then the banks. So it goes from me, I tell my bank that they need to send it to you, so they send it to your bank. And then those things need settlement at the end of the day and reconciliation as to where everything goes. And then you get your money. And that could take a while and it's costly. So here we go. Former PayPal employee launch decentralized cross-border payment network on ALGORAND. Now, I invested in XRP last year because I was interested in how they were trying to take over the Swift money network, but then here they are in litigation now, which I know is just the SEC's way to step into regulation, and XRP was promoting themselves as the ones to hurt the bank the most, it seemed. The banks make a lot on all of these fees and the transactions, and I believe them trying to regulate XRP first was a business move. I think they're going to win, but here we have in this article, cross-border payment network has been launched on ALGORAND from a former PayPal employee, fueling cross-border transactions with regulated stablecoins to represent fiat on-chain has never been done before, said Borderless Capital CEO. So he's in on it too. So Borderless Capital, I mentioned in my last ALGORAND video that they were putting 25 million up in Miami for blockchain technology. Any businesses that were running on blockchain. They invested in this one as well, it seems. So 2 former PayPal workers in business and technology have launched a cross-border payment system aimed at faster, cheaper, and more transparent payments. In an announcement on Tuesday, fintech infrastructure from 6 Clovers said it launched its Rapid network, which connects banks, merchant, and payment providers, allowing clients to transact in digital currencies and fiat. So for them to be able to connect the bank and the merchant and the payment provider, like what PayPal does, that's going to bring Visa, MasterCard, American Express type, transactions in scale. If they can accept payments like this at scale, they could just set it up in a way that I could accept any kind of crypto and I can do it through their payment processing system. But we have yet to have a crypto that is stable enough to use, besides stable coins, to use in actual business situations, in my opinion. Founded by former PayPal employees Jim Nugent and Naz Kavian, and backed by venture capital firm Borderless Capital, the network is built on the ALGORAND blockchain and employs the technology behind the stable coins to represent fiat. So Borderless Capital jumped on this, and why not? That was a very smart investment on their part. I'm sure when they came to them with this idea, it was, sign the check, send them all the monies. 6 Clovers is creating a bridge between traditional and decentralized finance, expanding across the next generation of digital products and services. The project claimed that its network will offer an alternative for payment providers currently using the SWIFT protocol for cross-border payments. Rapid uses USD coin to represent fiat on the ALGORAND blockchain, provides peer-to-peer transactions, and can reportedly handle up to 46,000 transactions per second. 46,000! I feel like that's more than Visa. 46,000 is a lot. So here we go. Fueling cross-border transactions with regulated stablecoins to represent fiat on-chain has never been done before. The network is going to unleash a wave of mass blockchain adoption across banks, merchants, and payment providers as they see the need to embrace the digital future. So there we go. They're going to use stablecoins. And that just makes sense. If I'm going to send you $1,000 in Europe and I need to send it to you quickly, why not just do it through crypto and get rid of the middlemen and the time and the fees and all of that it takes? I could send you USD like that. And so that's what they're doing. Now, can't I do this without them? Yes. I could send you USD right now from my wallet to yours and you would get it, in no time. But for them to try to do this scaling at a big level is where it's going. They're trying to integrate this into business, period, and sales and not having the settlement at the end of the day and the reconciliation between the banks. This is the future, as they say. ALGORAND said its blockchain is fully carbon neutral as of April, which I mentioned in my last video. The project has implemented a sustainability oracle in partnership with Climate Trade to notarize its on-chain carbon footprint and then lock the equivalent amount of carbon credits into a green treasury. So that's it for that article, but that news is huge. They just launched a decentralized cross-border payment network on ALGORAND with people from PayPal. I mean, if you don't see the need for that and how big this could get, cross-border payments is a huge area of money. A lot of money goes through, which is why XRP was trying to take over SWIFT. And while they're in litigation, here comes ALGORAND. So that's amazing. I don't know what it's going to be called. Rapid said it launched its Rapid network. So there we go. So yeah, that's just something to look into. It's very promising to me in what they're doing right now. That seems like a very good move and a big move to be able to handle cross-border payments. And with the way that ALGORAND is set up and they can, build everything on top of it, why is their price not moving? I don't get it. We had more retail investors join the market in this last year than ever, I do believe. But I fear that most people are jumping into the wrong coins. And so I'm trying to put this out there. I just want people to see what's available. So next, ALGORAND blockchain now supports Curvegrid's NFT bridge. So the pairing of ALGORAND Foundation with Curvegrid will allow the latter's infrastructure technology, Multibas, to be integrated into the ALGORAND ecosystem. Curvegrid has partnered up with ALGORAND Foundation to share their Multibas NFT bridge software on the latter's blockchain network. Curvegrid is a Tokyo-based blockchain software company, and Multibas is their premier product. The bridge allows developers, both private and otherwise, to quickly prototype and build blockchain apps. So is this going to help with the template creating that ALGORAND is already doing with their layer 1? Sounds like it. One of the main goals is to create a world where blockchain is invisible, with technical details hidden behind the scenes. Exactly what I was saying. So like when you go to web.com, I don't see the coding or things that are happening when I'm typing my little paragraph in the website template that I'm making. It just happens and it's made and it's there. That's what they're doing with Curvegrid's NFT bridge. Anything that makes this technology easier for people is going to do well, because this is a technology that not a lot of people are even interested in learning about. And then the ones that do start to learn about it, not all of them even understand it. I don't understand all of it. So for them to set up something that is going to make creating your own blockchain and working in this environment easier, it has to do well. The ALGORAND Foundation is a pure proof-of-stake blockchain with sights set on the future of finance. The not-for-profit organization wants to create a borderless economy built on public decentralized blockchain tech. The foundation is also committed to finding more eco-friendly solutions to solve the problems of the blockchain. So ALGORAND's a not-for-profit? I'm just learning this. I'm gonna have to look more into that. Don't take my word. With the way I'm reading this, the ALGORAND Foundation is a pure proof-of-stake blockchain with sights set on the future of finance. The not-for-profit organization wants to create a borderless economy built on public decentralized blockchain. So yeah, they're a not-for-profit. That's interesting. Side note, did you know the NFL was a non-profit? How did they get away with that? I don't know if they are anymore. That was a while ago, but I don't think it's changed. ALGORAND and Curvegrid want to help digital artists. The pairing will allow businesses to create non-fungible tokens and other blockchain technologies directly into their consumer apps. Multibas is software or middleware for dApps to help them facilitate development on blockchain. So this is exciting. Bringing Multibas to ALGORAND blockchain will ostensibly allow developers the ability to utilize the full features of the platform, including transaction speeds and carbon neutral networks. The PPOS protocol that ALGORAND uses also guarantees no forking. So this is a big deal. If you don't understand the technology completely, I can understand how this doesn't seem like a big deal, but just imagine that they're building a web.com. If you've ever built a website, I've built websites way long time ago where you had to put in actual different types of coding to get it to lay out like you wanted to. And then I've built websites more recently where you can use templated websites and make your own, like web.com. If you go to web.com and look to make up a website, they're going to have a couple templates, and you can choose one, and then it gives you spaces that you can write in and places you can drop pictures. Between this and ALGORAND's layer 1 with their protocol built in, they are now building a web.com for blockchain. That's the best analogy I could give it, was web.com, because I don't need to know the technicalities behind the scenes. More and more creators are going to be able to make things in situations like this where they don't need all of that MIT blockchain knowledge. It's going to be templated for them. So, I keep saying templated, they're going to have templates, like I know exactly how they're going to work this out. No, but after reading these things, that's what I'm getting from it. So that's big news. So Yieldly, I mentioned in the last video. So this is the first DeFi project on ALGORAND. And within 48 hours, they had 8 million locked in total value. Yieldly, the first decentralized finance platform built atop the ALGORAND blockchain, revealed today that 10 million in ALGORAND's algo has already been staked, placing Yieldly within the top 40 DeFi protocols by yield, total value locked in under 2 days post-launch. The milestone comes ahead of its June 17th cross-chain launch, where users of the wider DeFi ecosystem can participate in Yieldly's no-loss lottery and liquidity pools. So they just launched, and they're already in the top 40 DeFi protocols. I don't know how many of the almost 8,000 altcoins are DeFi. I could look that up. But to be in the top 40, there's got to be a lot. If there's 8,000 total altcoins, I feel like there's a good amount of them that are doing DeFi. So that's great. It's great that ALGORAND even has a DeFi project on their platform, and then it's already doing good. So that's awesome. Then ALGORAND gains 15% after wallet company Exodus digitizes stock on platform. So I mentioned this in the last video that Exodus was going to do this, and it lifted ALGORAND 15%. That's awesome. So here we have the last story. Arrington Capital launches $100 million ALGORAND ecosystem fund. The TechCrunch founder's second crypto fund will bet on ALGORAND projects and coins. But don't think the firm is abandoning XRP. I mean, now that ALGORAND is doing, or working on doing Swift transactions, we shall see. Michael Arrington's crypto venture capital firm, Arrington Capital Management, is launching a $100 million fund for bets on projects building on the ALGORAND blockchain. Called the Arrington Algo Growth Fund, the fund will invest in tokens and equity, Arrington told CoinDesk in a telephone interview. It is Arrington's second crypto-focused fund after the flagship Arrington XRP Capital Fund, which in March reported $236 million in assets. Arrington Capital now has over $1 billion in assets under management, according to a press release. The fund adds to a growing list of crypto funds now pumping over $500 million into cryptographer Silvio Macaulay's proof-of-stake blockchain. The fund will help pay for investments ranging from non-fungible tokens to partnership with Miami to use ALGORAND in municipal projects, all in an effort to accelerate the development of ALGORAND's ecosystem. Maybe this will help them stop selling their coins. I haven't looked into what they're launching in Q3, but maybe this will aid in them not needing to sell their shares of the coin to help with the company, because this is a lot of money and they have a lot of good partnerships. So I see this here. What is the outlook for crypto under Gary Gensler? I thought it would be good. I mean, he was teaching blockchain technology at MIT funded by XRP, and now he's going against XRP in the lawsuit with the SEC, and they're still trying. So I don't know what crypto is going to be like with him in control. He may just be someone that's power hungry, that even though they know something's good, they still want to have control of some of it. So it could go that way. I'm not sure how that's going to go. But that was just a side note because it popped up there on the screen. So I thought that was the last thing, but then I found this. But this just kind of sums it up. ALGORAND price strengthens as institutional investors back the project. Now here's my issue is ALGORAND's price has not strengthened. I don't see a difference from the last time I spoke about it. Backing from institutional investors and a series of new partnerships could help Algo break from its current range in the coming weeks. Oh, okay. All right. This was just posted on the 14th, so we'll give it a week and see if it helps out and if we can ride this wave up. That would be nice. I understand it's going to be a slow, steady climb, but they've been stagnant for a while. Consolidation periods tend to follow strong rallies, but they also present a good opportunity to survey the field and evaluate projects that have strong fundamentals, which ALGORAND does. One of the best that when looking into, I mean, I've got probably 10 that are my top interests, and ALGORAND is one of them. One project that continues to gain traction in terms of price recovery and network adoption is ALGORAND, a pure proof-of-stake blockchain network that has secured new partnerships in real-world use case applications as well as support from multi-million-dollar funds in recent weeks. So there we go. That's what they're doing right now, this week. You know what I mean? Like some of these articles are a little older than a week, but altogether, cumulatively, with the stuff I mentioned in my last video, they are doing so much and not getting the recognition that they deserve. I think more people really need to be looking into them. This is financial opinion, not financial advice. I forgot. I have not reminded you guys yet that yes, I'm still not a financial advisor, but yeah, they're doing really good things. So I'm excited to see where it goes. This is one that I will continue to dollar cost average in on. I mean, all of this technology happening, they have to go somewhere. It has to go up somehow. You know what I mean? This is so much that they're doing in big spaces. So I'm looking forward to it. So if you made it through the video, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I promise I'll be posting more. I'm trying to post at least twice a week. It depends on if something really big comes up and I have to do something quickly about it. But for now, I'm doing what I can. I really appreciate your support. And if you learned anything from this video or would like to get anybody else interested in ALGORAND, feel free to share this. I'd appreciate it. If you have any new news on them, comment down below. And just thank you for watching. Until next time, do your own research and make good investment decisions. Thanks for watching.